that the coronavirus has affected the world. For you, you've met the qualifying standard for the Olympics. What
Yeah.
has been the latest talk around your sport about the big games in July?
Well, I think everybody's obviously frustrated because it's so up in the air what's going to happen. Many people are, of course, already thinking that it's not going to go ahead. And some of the top riders in the world have already said that it's most definitely not going to go ahead. But, that's really up to the Olympic organizers. And, they have to make a decision, I guess, around the end of May, what's going to happen if they can host the Olympics or not. I'm continuing with my horses as if we're going to go, because I think we have to, plan in every case, every scenario. So I'm still focusing on going. There are some restrictions at the moment in Spain where we're not allowed to train our horses. We're not allowed to ride our horses at the moment. We're allowed to lunge them and we're allowed to walk them, but we are not allowed to ride them. So, and I think that will probably go on for another week or two. So that's a little bit of a hurdle at the moment to try and keep them fit and keep them training. However, we still have quite a few months to go. So I'm just trying to stay hopeful that maybe, in a few months, the world situation will be improved. But it's very possible there might be a postponement or a cancellation. So we have to be prepared for all eventualities, I guess.
How important is it for you to continue riding? I know what the restrictions are because you said them in Spain, but how important is it for you to continue riding the horse in preparation if we do go ahead in July?
Well, it's still quite a few months away. So if my horses need a bit of easy 2 weeks, I can cope with it. I mean, if they were going to say that we couldn't ride for 2 months, that would, however, be a big issue for me, because you can't stay that long away from training your horses. You have to keep them in tune. You got to keep them fit and everything else. So a couple of weeks doesn't do a lot of damage, but a couple of months would.
How are you staying fit on your own, though?
Doing a bit of gym. I've got a running machine in my living room and a elliptical trainer. So I'm putting the news on and getting on my machines. It's not a lot of fun, but okay. It's something. Yeah.
But when you look at how things have progressed over the last few months, is it a little disappointing for you that a decision hasn't been made at this point?
Well, I think there's so much involved that it's very hard for them. Although all the other major sports like the Euro Football Cup and so on have been cancelled, I think cancelling the Olympic Games is such a big deal that they really have to see if they can find a solution before they cancel it entirely. And postponing it, I understand, for a year is also complicated because of the television rights and the television allocations and everything else. So I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm staying hopeful. I'm staying philosophical about it. That okay, even if it's not this year, my Olympic time will come at some point. You have to stay positive. You have to stay thinking ahead and thinking into the future. So that's what I'm trying to do.
When would your outdoor season have started?
It would have started about a month ago. I was already planning to compete in Madrid at the end of March, and then another show near Madrid in April. And both of those have been cancelled. And several shows have already been cancelled in May. So it's also, it's hard to get in the ring at the moment because the shows who are being cancelled left, right, and center, building up to the games. So that also is going to make it a little bit challenging, that you don't have a lot of time to take your horse out and compete, practice, and everything else. So
You said you're allowed to walk the horse, train the horse a little bit. What's the schedule like for you now that you know you're not going to be competing for a little while?
well, I mean, we're housebound. I am going to the stable every day. I'm also homeschooling my child, which is it's testing at times, but I'm getting through it. There's a lot of schoolwork, so I wake up in the morning and I sit in the classroom around the dining table with him in the morning, and then when we're finished, I go on to the stable and check on the horses and look after them. So it's a strange time. That is definitely a strange time at the moment, but I think for everybody. So we just have to plow on through and stay strong and stay positive. I think that's the main thing.
Well, I want to say stay encouraged. Hopefully, a decision is made in the positive for the July games, and you get a chance to represent Bermuda, something you've been working on for quite a while, and finally reach that goal. And hopefully, you get the opportunity to do so in July. So stay positive. We look forward to
Thank you.
Yeah, we look forward to staying in touch with you as well. And as we get closer to this coming to an end, we'll see what the schedule looks like for you in the coming weeks and months ahead.
Great.
Okay? Thank you.
Let's hope. Okay.
All
All right, Earl.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Lots of love. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye.